So what do you do if you have more stitches than will fit on one needle? If you're going to need to cast on more stitches than that, you're going to need to cast on to each of your needles rather than casting on to the first one and then slipping your stitches. So I'm not going to cast on a ton of stitches, but I'm going to start by casting on to this first needle. I'll do 6 stitches on this one, and then what I'm going to do is, as though I were going to cast on the next stitch to this needle, I'm going to let that needle hang for a minute. I'm going to get this needle and use that instead. So I'm going to go ahead and start casting on to the second needle. Just be careful that you don't get the two of them tangled up. So now instead of the first one, and the first one is just going to dangle for a minute, instead of the first needle, we're going to just be casting on to the second needle. We're just going to keep casting on until you get to 1/3 of the number of your total stitches, or however you want to do it. So then I've got my second needle and I've got one more needle. I'm going to again hold the yarn as though I were going to continue casting onto this needle. I'm going to let this needle hang, and then I'm going to take the third needle and begin casting onto that one. And again, that first stitch is always kind of a little tricky. Just make sure you don't get your needles tangled. You're just going to finish casting on to that third needle, all as though you are casting onto one needle the whole time. And one more stitch to make it even. There, 6 stitches on each. And then you can just slide your stitches back towards the middle, and there you go. You have stitches on all 3 of those needles.